Hi,
Hello, hello.
how is it going?
Oh, not too bad.
Do I hear an echo?
I don't hear one.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Rachel. Hello, everyone. Let us know where you're watching from. Who's watching us today?
Hey,
Oh,
Joseph.
hello, Joseph. Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday, in case you didn't know what day of the week it was.
It's last day of August, guys. That's what it is. It's a sad day. But we are headed for a beautiful season of fall and pumpkins and leaves and all the raking you're going to have to do in the backyard. And
Hello, Karen.
hi,
Hello.
Karen. Hello,
Well,
it's a
actually,
beauty.
some people are headed, like Australia. This is their spring.
Yeah, they are headed for the summer, right?
Thailand. Yeah, they're the opposite. But I mean, I've been seeing, some people have had such intense heat. A little coolness will be welcome.
Yes, it
A little
will.
coolness.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
so today we're headed into fall. So we're also headed into fall in Cookie Land. Woohoo! Hello.
So what do you have prepared? I'm just adjusting my audio here. I think hello.
Hello, Guadalupe. Is hand sounding okay? Let us know. We will
Yes,
try.
the big club is continuing in September as well. I still hear the echo. Do I sound okay?
To me, you sound okay. What about you guys? She's fine. Karen's saying you're fine. So,
Okay, excellent. Thanks. So yes, there is the debate club, guys. I have a okay. Let me just bring that up before we start quickly. So I have a Daniela's Bake Club. It's available through Global Belly, and it's a monthly subscription club where every month you will receive a new cookie decorating kit. It's basically supplies with everything you need to prepare cookies. And we're headed for the holiday season, so they're all holiday themed cookies that you will be receiving in September, October, November, and December. December there is a special delivery, I think, but I'm not gonna talk about it yet. So please go sign up. It's great for the holidays. You can actually save up some of your kids and then maybe have a little get together with your girlfriends or family, and you all can decorate cookies and have some, make some new memories. Thanks for joining us today. Hi, Cheryl, Deb to Chicago, Julie, Lynn.
well, welcome everybody. So I'm kicking it off today, and I'm keeping in the spirit of my Buttercream Tuesdays. Today I'm working with cream on my cookies.
Little camera dance.
I have to say, I've been enjoying it because I have been working with royal icing for 10 years. I hadn't previously decorated a whole lot of buttercream cookies, but it's challenging. It's giving me something kind of unusual to do. When you're too comfortable, chances are you need to switch things up. So on Fridays and most of my tutorials are still royal icing, but I'm just showing you some options.
Let's back up for a second. Joseph has a really good question. What's your favorite? What's your favorite part of? What's the favorite part of your job for you? What do you think it's?
I have to say, I really like it when I get messages from people telling me that they started decorating cookies and, things unfolded for them, whether it be they started a business, they were able to raise money for a fundraiser, for another example. And then the other unfortunate is some people are struggling in their lives and they need something to just busy themselves, and it brings a little light and a little joy, and that's it, right? It's just about cookies bring happiness. They're nice to make and they're nice to share. What about you, Han?
I think it's the same. It's the same. If I can brighten someone's day, I know we just decorate cookies, but this is what we do. And if it can, bring a smile to somebody's face or just lighten up a mood.
And it's a literal like
in this
you know,
dark world, it's such a right.
Yes. Well, the thing that's fantastic is like we're passing on the torch to all the people, passing on the piping bag to everyone, and then they make more cookies and more cookies and more cookies, and
Yes,
yeah, it's just happy. So thanks for your question, Joseph. We hope you're feeling well. You had given good news last time. So I'm working on buttercream cookies, like I mentioned, and I did put it in the supply list on coffee. The link is on the screen there. And that the link to my YouTube video is in the coffee shop, and as well as the cookie recipe. So I'm using Haniela's cookie recipe. I did research, and I had made her cookie recipe previously. It's excellent, and it's a soft cookie. Because when you're decorating with buttercream, my kids, they are reviewed the concept, and they prefer a soft cookie when you're biting it.
Oh yeah.
Well, when you bite into soft buttercream, they don't like it that then they hit a hard.
And there is a crunch. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So she, especially my daughter, is a little bit of a more foodie type. She likes this, likes that, and so she was saying that it's nice when it just makes a more kind of nice combo. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Yes. It's like a first birthday. You know, you give a kid a smash cake, and the buttercream is chilled. They hate the buttercream when it's chilled. It's like a total turn off. So yeah, I get it. That's great, Joseph.
So here's a bear cookie. I'm just going to get a marker quickly just to mark it up to show you guys.
And guys, if you have a question, just post it in the comments. We'll get to your questions.
So I'm just marking off the segmenting the pumpkin. Oh, I of course pick a marker that's about as visible as.
They can see it. They can see the yellow. Can you see the yellow? I can see the yellow. Hi, Amber.
Huh, this one's not working. Yes. Well, let's see. Green.
Green. Oh, we can see. That's excellent.
All right. So it's just to give you guys okay. So we're starting off with the pumpkin, the easiest version, and like I showed you there, I've divided it into 3. And buttercream is slightly different to work with than royal icing. Obviously, royal icing, you're flooding a liquid and onto the surface. I can't see, this is like a no-name brand piping tip, but it's a relatively big star. I would say this is probably 20. And all I'm doing here, I'm starting on this side. I'm going to do just this little portion, and I'm wiggling side to side. You see? And I'm just filling in the area like that.
I love this design.
That's it. And then on the other side, same thing, side to side.
And you do using American buttercream, right?
Yeah. So very easy. There's nothing crazy about this technique here.
I see. Okay, can you stop? I see an angel. Like these are the wings, and then in the middle there's a like body.
Oh, yes, a primitive version. Yes, I see it.
Do you see it?
Or a wedding gown.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly, like a small miniature.
So now I'm going to connect the wiggle to the 2 outer wiggles. So I'm just connecting, you see, filling in the whole cookie there. So there, it's done. That was like, how long did that take? Like 2 seconds? And now, again, with a very similar size star tip, I'm going to start at the top here and fill the whole area and take it down like a wiggle and just do the stem. You see it? How quickly that came together? And now just...
Oh my goodness, I'm seeing all these things. It could be a sweater.
It could be a sweater. And now I'm just going to add a little leaf, and I'm popping here. You see I'm going up and down, and it's giving the leaf a little bit of dimension. And there, you've got a beautiful fall design in... Like this was super quick. I seem to have hit it. So this does not stack very well, and it doesn't really, like if you package it, you need to maybe use a box, but very yummy.
Yeah, you can put it on a platter. You can put it on a platter and just have it. And
yeah.
Would you chill it?
Yes, you can chill them, but they're tasty, like they're more pleasant to eat when they're room temperature, you know, like the cookie's softer and the buttercream is softer. I think it's a personal preference. That, right?
Yes, it really, I mean, it depends what you like, you know.
So
you can flavor also your buttercream. You can flavor your buttercream.
Yes,
there are
absolutely.
endless possibilities to flavor buttercream.
Han mentioned Global Belly. I just actually, they just published my most recent. There's 3 new kits there. You see, there's a pumpkin kit and the Christmas tree kit. So it's the same kind of design. If you want to order the kit and make them easily, if you don't have the supplies, you can get everything. So if you were to add sprinkles, that's something to think about too. Like you have this beautiful soft cookie, yummy soft buttercream, and then you're going to put some like really hard sprinkles. So maybe use nonpareil or use Jimmy, something that's not going to, you know, hurt your teeth. So again, this has been chilled. I had it in the fridge, but I'm just going to again add that stem. And you can add little flowers to it. I mean, so many versions can be done. And I'm going to show you with this cat design if you wanted to do a jack-o'-lantern. So there it is. So there's that version moving right along. So here's a cat. That's just on a round cookie.
Super cute. I like what you did here.
So this has got some royal icing techniques kind of ish. So we're going to look at that. Okay. And I don't know what the heck I'm thinking doing this on a live stream, but okay. I'm feeling
so it. Too many things that I haven't done before the live stream. See guys, you have to understand, we have to prepare for the live stream, right? And sometimes we have very limited time. So we just do things that we haven't done before. But you did
yes,
one
it's quick. Yes. Yeah, so here I just want to show, okay, this is the stencil is included in the coffee shop with there's 2 listings. One's free with the supplies, and then this one here has the full buttercream pumpkin tutorial, and this is attached. So if you look at his whiskers and the mouth, I did try to do it with this narrow. And this is more royal icing friendly. It didn't transfer that well with buttercream. Buttercream seems to need a bigger opening to work well.
Yes, I agree.
And so they're both are included in the template there. So I just made like this buttercream version, and I'll show you how to kind of use it. So I'm going to use the little one just to show you for the ears. So I have this little spatula. They sell this is an art thing.
I love it. I mean, I've had it for years, and I love using them.
They're just more cookie size, right?
Yes.
So you got this one, and I'm kind of like going right to the edge of the cookie. I want to add the ear triangle. So you do it quickly with your little spatula. You could pipe it, but it just, you know, you get a nice shape right away, and it doubles as your template by doing it this way. And now I'm going to, of course, the thing about the buttercream is you're better to get couplers so that you can easily switch out your piping tips so that you can achieve the decorating you want to do. So here I'm outlining in the black here the ears.
And they usually sell couplers even in sets of 4 or more, so you can get more of them.
Exactly. So see, quickly, I knew exactly how to make those ears. I even have like a little bit of a inset, you know, it's cute for that like kind of look. Now, do I have my bigger piping tip here?
Yes, that is the case with the buttercream. With American buttercream, you can use crusting buttercream, and I mean, right, with the crusting. Is this buttercream crusting?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, crusting buttercream it has lots more sugar, so it will crust. I also have a buttercream. I should probably use it at one point. I think I did use it in life. It has melted butter, and it actually does crust, but I don't do a heavy coating of buttercream like this. So I don't know if it would work for.
So now, sorry, Han. So now I'm just kind of smoothing out the surface. And recently, you guys have seen there's always like an overlap of the techniques, whether you decorate buttercream cakes or you make cookies. Techniques will sometimes, go over. And I've actually been seeing people utilizing the parchment paper technique that's been kind of developed by, well, it was a mutation, Han, and you had mentioned that Amber had inspired you when she did her
Well, I
tape.
knew it was going to work because she did the stripes.
So here,
yes, the skull spatula. It's called a palette knife, guys. If you wanted to check it out, they have different sizes and shapes at craft store, and they are great for also cookie decorating and cake decorating.
So this here, I actually use that stencil, and this is just buttercream on a piece of parchment paper, and I put it in the freezer. And now I'm able to lay that on the black buttercream, and I'm just gently rubbing that into the buttercream. And now I'm going to put it in the freezer, and I'll be able to peel away the buttercream, and it will leave. So I'm just going to pop it in the freezer, and we'll leave it, and then we'll have a nice smooth surface with the face. If I was to pipe it, I could, but if you're maybe not that good at piping, but also this is fast. Like you can just spackle your parchment paper, throw them in the freezer, and then just pop them on the faces and rip them off, So let's put in the freezer for a little bit.
Hey, Nana.
And then, so that's the cat. And here's, why not? We're making a unicorn.
Oh, that's a unicorn. I was wondering, like, what is that shape?
So
this could be a princess from a profile, like
sure,
something.
So this has no piping tip in it, and I'm just kind of filling in here the area. And I'm going to wipe my palette knife because there's black on it. And I'm just kind of spreading my buttercream on. And again, if you struggle with the smoothing, you can just rest a piece of parchment paper on it and put it in the freezer. Because if you just peel it away right away, it's going to kind of lift the buttercream. You need the buttercream to kind of chill so that it will peel away. Kind of like how we let the royal icing dry, and it then allows us to peel it away. And now I have a star tip, and I'm doing the crown, the little crown, what am I saying? The horn.
Horn.
So I did a fast little swirl.
I mentioned the princess. Sorry.
And then you can just randomly, with Halloween colors,
make the name.
Fill in your mane. And again, if you have Halloween sprinkles or maybe some stars, stars would be awesome.
Diana is loving your trick with frozen buttercream cat face.
And then I'm just going to add a quick little eye here. Let me switch out my piping tip. So you can just do a little, if you have sixlets, they make good eyes, but don't use anything that's too hard. Do I have, where's my white icing? You can do a little nostril on them, and that kind of shows more that it's a nose there. Here's my other one that I made before, my prototype. Here you can see, but they come together so fast with the buttercream,
Adorable. Have you tried painting the buttercream, like with the, if you wanted to make the horn gold or something? Have you tried doing that?
No, I didn't. I think that I would airbrush it if I was to do it. Okay. I would let it, and yeah, you just spray it because then you're not touching it. Thanks, Diana. I try. So I don't think my cat is going to be
it should be done, no? I can start it and we can come back. Or are you going to do another one?
let me see. Here, let's go on.
I've done Buttercream Transfer, but I like your. Is it coming? Oh, it's coming.
It's not. The eye. It needs a little bit more time.
More time, okay. So I guess you could make the transfers. You would have, let's say, 20 transfers in a fridge or in a freezer, and then pop them on to the buttercream and stick it on.
Another thing you could do is freeze a cookie sheet, have it really cold. Put the cookies upside down so that the buttercream is touching, but with the parchment paper, touching the cookie sheet will like seize it.
Yes.
And then you'll be able to work more quickly. So let's do another cat while we wait for that cat. So again, you see the little stencil, and obviously the stencil would work for
royal
icing. There aren't a whole lot of really cute cat head cutters. All the cat head cutters are a bit weird. I don't know if you shopped around for them there, but I didn't like them.
No, there's very few. I have, I think, one maybe that I was all right shape, but I haven't used it, as I haven't used many cutters that I bought because I had to have them.
And again, here I'm just quickly outlining that pink little area. And I have my, there. So I'm switching out the piping tip to a bigger. So this is 4, and this one is huge. It's like a 12. And I'm just adding the, here, let's turn. The other thing you could do, the thing is if you freeze the black, let's say, and then stencil on the white directly, well, then you risk damaging by pressing or whatever. The other way with the parchment paper, you're more sure of keeping your surface from getting, squished or whatever. So there. And add as much or as little. Han doesn't like a lot on her cookies, but if you're,
No, but these are thick cookies. These, because there is baking powder and baking soda in them. They are not like thin cookie. It's like a cakey cookie.
Yes.
Hello, Iris, Germany. Frankfurt.
So I'm just smoothing out, and I'm going to try to pipe this one. Let's see if I can do it. So this is a small, a 2. So I'm just looking for the middle here, and I'm adding his little mouth, and then the whiskers. Now, bear in mind, I've decorated literally thousands of cookies. So if this is something that's difficult, use the stencil. That's why the stencil's there. So I know that this is not something that's easy for everyone. Now I need to, should I do a green eye?
Well, whatever you have, purple, green, you could do purple with green, I don't know.
I had designed it to have a floral crown, so I'm just going to throw on some flowers here, some little, so like that. I'll do the eyes in a second. So like the design where they do just little kisses of icing, so I'm just adding that randomly around. You can do actual flowers, but you can just do like stuff like this too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is this a happy Halloween cat?
Sure. He's a whatever cat.
He's a wolf. Oh, it's a he.
Here, let me just do this like the unicorn.
Oh, look at you, fancy. Oh, Sally, you're just being too hard on yourself. I'm sure you will look fine. Oh, this is so cute.
And then I have some pink here from the ear color. So you just do your little nose, and there you have your little Your little buttercream cat. Let's see if he's ready.
Okay, Marilyn is going to the freezer to check on the cat. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
So the eye here just wasn't quite cold enough, so some of it like lifted off, but you can see the nose and the whiskers transferred well.
It's great.
So you can always, so I'll do the little floral crown quickly again. So this helps to fill in that gap from the round cookie, you know? And you can add little sprinkles, like I mentioned. I'm just going to switch out my piping tip to put a smaller green here.
Hello, Camille.
Hello, hello. So they're just a little dot, the eyeball.
Oh,
Again.
It brought her to life, or him to life.
So this here, again, that's the area for the little pink nose.
Would you use your favorite jelly beans or no?
I mean, you can. And you could make the flowers with fondant or whatever you have that you want to use. But, I mean, it's just something different. Here, I'm just going to add a little line in the eye here. So you can see the difference. You see the little kind of winking eyes and then the eyeballs. So that's it. That's today's.
Karen had a similar, she had an order for the cats. They wanted bridal cats.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I guess he was marrying a cat lady.
Yeah. Yes, yes, indeed, I guess.
So that's it.
Can you show the all?
Oh, I'll bring them all out.
Yeah. Let's see.
I found this little. I have like a restaurant supply store close, and I found this cute little cookie sheet. You see?
Jealous.
So it's like exactly the size of my frame. Look.
Perfect.
So let me just move stuff around. So there's the Halloween assortment.
Super cute. These are buttercream cookies, guys.
I just want to show. I'm gonna just let me get a knife just to cut it to show you. I don't have a knife handy. I'll just use this to show you guys the thickness of the cookie. So you see,
it's a good
about the same like ratio, buttercream to cookie. It's a nice, like there's a lot of, you know, there's baking powder and baking soda in Han's recipe, so it rises and it makes a nice fluffy cookie, and it goes really nicely with the buttercream. So that's it. So the kids are always excited on Tuesdays now.
Sally is telling you to take a big bite.
To take a big bite?
Yeah.
I'll do it after.
She'll be snacking after.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's just a different, you know, a different decorating option.
They're adorable. Oh, hello.
Here, it's all you.
Hello. So I am going to bring you back to the farm, to the pumpkin farm. I don't know if you guys are ready, but I've always loved a nice pumpkin patch. And years ago, years ago, I did a decorated cookie that was, I was inspired by a local farm across the street. We had a pumpkin farm, so I wanted to make a wagon cookie. So this is what I made. And today I'm going to redo these because these are, I don't know, 10 years old maybe. So I wanted to do an updated version, and that's what I'm going to be doing today.
You started decorating when you were 10?
Oh, you're so sweet. You are so sweet. I don't know what that into you, but okay, I'll take that any day. All right, so I have here my cookies, and this is a really you can
Hold
make
on, Hen. Time out 1 second. So if you guys are enjoying the live, we'd love it if you'd hit the like button and just give us some engagement in the comments. Let us know where you're watching or maybe what you'd like to see in the coming weeks. We'd love to hear from you. It really helps the live stream if you guys just, interact a little bit for us.
show us some love.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, Hen, take it away.
So I've got my cookies here, and to make these, I used, we often talk about a Tico geometrical set. This is a great one to have. It comes with a variety of shapes in different sizes, and I highly recommend it. Marlene used it last week, I think, as well. And I have this one listed in my Amazon shop. You just type Amazon Hanilas in Google, and there you'll find all different categories where I have what I have there, and this will be under my favorite cookie cutters. So I use this to make the wheels, okay, and then I used this cutter to make what would be the base of my little wagon, and then I used. So you want to shape. You need to determine the size of your sides, right? So you can either use this same cutter and just cut it, with it. Or I have this handy cutter. This is a great cutter.
Oh, yeah, the sticks.
This is something, this is like for cookie sticks. So I actually use that to cut my sides, and then I used a large cutter to cut it to the size that I needed. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to first decorate these cookies. They're all decorated with the same technique, so I'm just going to do them all at once. And I'm going to use red royal icing.
So is that edible dough or is that your building stuff?
Well, this could be edible. I mean, yes, it is still edible. I have been I know I always tell people don't eat the construction stuff, but I've been eating it. I've been actually eating it. It's hard. It's not like a soft cookie like with the baked with sour cream, but it's actually pretty tasty. So I used my construction dough because that's what I had on hand. I was making gingerbread, but you can also use sugar cookie dough. Like you see, this was made with sugar cookie dough. The only difference is I used to make my cookies a bit thicker, so now I cut them about 1/4 inch thick. These are not even 1/4 inch thick because I didn't want to, waste my gingerbread dough because there is a lot of spices and ingredients that are expensive. I don't know, right? I don't know where the love of making gingerbread houses. I have no idea, honestly, no idea. It just happened. I think it's the process of seeing it. Like you make the panels and then you seeing it all kind of, come to life, and it's like, oh, I built a house. It's much easier, I think, than building the real one.
You think?
Yeah, I think no plumbing, nothing. I don't know what people use.
I think these are some decorating suggestions.
Would be really nice. All right, so let me just. I need to start with the white.
So it's not a pumpkin flavored cookie; it's a pumpkin shaped cookie she's making. If that's the question.
But I also on my blog have a pumpkin flavored cookie, and it's a soft cookie that you made today. It's pumpkin.
Is it rolled?
It's rolled, but it's not. I wouldn't use it for this. You can obviously flavor your cookie dough. You can use sugar cookie dough and just flavor it with some pumpkin spice. That's how hard it is to make some pumpkin flavored cookies. So I'm just gonna. This is.
Well, I think I'm gonna go check out your pumpkin recipe because the kids love pumpkin muffins. So I wouldn't be surprised if they'd enjoy that.
So this is just to make some patches, and I'm gonna let that dry. It will dry in 2 seconds. So while that's drying, we're going to make the wheels. Okay, and to make the wheels, I'm just gonna use my black icing.
So Hen, when you make your construction dough, do you chill it before you bake it to keep your shapes like super, because when you're building, everything has to be very precise. So do
I don't
you?
really, what I do, I actually just tested the dough again, and I'm gonna have to update the recipe because I felt like it was doing something that I didn't like. So I'm going to update it soon with a new version where it doesn't use as much molasses, and it does make it even more harder. I feel like because the ratio of flour and butter and molasses, it's fantastic. So you can make, these are like really like hard, so it will make for a good construction gingerbread. But I don't really chill it.
No.
I chill it after I make it. I mean, I roll it out usually if I have time. If I don't have time, I chill it, and then I roll it out, and then I put it in the
In
oven.
the oven.
Yes. I'm going to leave a little room around the perimeter here because I'm gonna be doing the outline there. But I'm starting with these small sections first. Okay. Is everything pumpkin flavored out yet?
You know, I'm in Canada, so it's not as pumpkin like crazy, I want to say. Like we don't go as hard with the pumpkins as I've seen on, like some
Yes, I know what you mean.
sites about the pumpkins, but like for example, Starbucks goes a little pumpkin mad, crazy, I want to say.
Yes.
Like literally like go full pumpkin.
You know what I have? I have a, if the kids like, do they like what I'm gonna say? Do they like pancakes?
They do. Oh my gosh, my son loves pancakes.
I have pumpkin pancake recipe. I don't know if it's on the blog or I have it somewhere. It's so good. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Karen, I understand it's particular that you don't like, but I mean, if you have it in dessert, I find that it gets kind of canceled out to a degree. It's a little bit like carrot cake, like once you add all the sugar and all the.
Oh, I don't like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, no, I don't do pumpkin
I
pie.
don't care for it at all. It's too pumpkiny. Is it a word, pumpkiny?
Me, it's the texture. I'm not a fan of
Or maybe it is the texture too, but I don't know. I just don't care for the pumpkin pie. I like pumpkin cookies. I like pumpkin cake. I even had made.
muffins are probably my favorite.
What is it for? What's your favorite?
Pumpkin muffins.
Pumpkin muffins. Oh, I don't think I made those. I mean, you gotta make your own puree. Have you made your own puree, pumpkin puree?
No, I know, like, but it's just, gutting the pumpkin.
Oh, are you okay? You're freezing for me.
Oh,
All right, so I'm gonna I'm gonna actually do one little thing here.
Avis loves her pumpkin pie. I know that's a very popular dessert. Maybe we're just
Anyone
weird.
can hear Marlene okay? I'm having some sound. I can't hear her very well.
Oh no,
What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, so now I'm going to cut little pieces of parchment. And this is totally optional. I just decided to do this on a whim.
Absolutely.
Are you wondering what I'm doing? Do you know what I'm doing?
Jennifer's saying she hears us both fine.
I can't hear you. What's going on? You're freezing. All right, so I'm going to take my little piece. I'm going to place it on the top to flatten it. You there?
Yes.
Oh, I think Marlon is, I don't know, guys. Can you hear Marlon?
Yes.
All right. Are you there? Because it's you're frozen. So I'm going to move this aside and then bring these babies. Oh, she is out. Okay, I'm alone. Hello. Another exciting life. All right, so now I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to spread some red buttercream. Now I'm all buttercreamed out on here. I'm going to leave some of the sections with white exposed, okay? And I'm going to use my, oh, she's coming back.
I left because you were saying you're having sound issues. I'm back.
I couldn't see you, or it was weird.
Well, I just reset it, I guess.
So this is the idea behind this is this wagon was before painted white. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. I put a little too much on there. It just needs a little bit.
Well, thank you, Melly. Glad you enjoy it.
Okay, and now I'm going to use my scribe here. Oops. Let's move these out so I don't mess them up. And you've seen this done a million times, I'm sure. I've done it so many times. Oops. Okay, this one can go. And I'm going to do these. I'm going to try to not add too much. Are you blinking? I'm looking if you are blinking, if I can see.
And if you've hesitated to try a gingerbread house or a gingerbread project, you know, it doesn't have to be done all in one sitting. You can do your parts a bit at a time and slowly build, and then at the end do your assembly. So it maybe looks a little intimidating, but once broken up into manageable parts, it's very doable.
And start small. I actually have a nice template for a small house in my coffee shop. It was just loaded there a few days ago. And I have a whole Halloween Village tutorial coming up. So that's a good size of gingerbread house to start with. I know a lot of people struggle mainly. I get lots of emails about this, that their house falls apart. Or the walls are not holding up, or you're having issues like that. So that's a really easy the easy solution. If you buy a lot of the kits that I've come across anyway, they come with pre-made royal icing, and it says that you can use it for the glue. You really can. It's too watery. So while the icing you can use for other decorations on that house that you bought, I would suggest that you add some powdered sugar to it, so it's a bit thicker.
Teresa wants to know how long you keep your house for.
Oh, the one I just made that I am dying to show you, I'm gonna keep that forever. No, I've had some of the houses for several years actually. I had a kitchen with a high window, and I would display them all there. But that's where I also learned that when you expose royal icing to direct sunlight, it will fade. So in a year, my green looked like pastel green, and I generally try not to display the houses close to a strong heat source. How do I know? We had a wood stove, and I kept one of the houses near the wood stove where we had a table, and the heat, the dry air dries it up so much that all the walls came off, like it just
broke apart.
Yeah, like almost like if it was like that for I don't know how long, I'm pretty sure it would just.
Like the icing, did the icing peel away from the cookie?
Yeah, the icing peeled away from the cookie, and then the walls separated. Like it fell apart, literally fell apart. So but I do like to keep them for an extended time, I have to say.
So I think it's next weekend, Cookie Con. Anybody going to Cookie Con? You're not going to Cookie Con, but anybody going?
Did you just answer for me?
Well, I know you're not flying in COVID time to Florida.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I will be enjoying my warm weather here in Spain. No, I'm not flying. So now I'm going to build it. It's okay if it's a little wet. I'm not too worried about it. Oops. It gets really messy here. I think people are already, where is it, in Dallas?
No, it's in Florida, I think.
Oh,
It's
did
in
you say Florida? Sorry, Florida?
and
Oh.
it's in Texas next month. Oh, see, Debbie's going to the Dallas. So next month is Dallas. And I'm seeing it's like the pre-classes are starting. I think they might have started now, the pre-Cookie Con classes stuff. And people, instructors and stuff are arriving.
So you can start small like this even. Or what you could do, what's really popular, and I think I might do that, it's the Christmas Express. See, Christmas Express, right? That's really popular.
I do not recall, Rachel, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's coming up. They had no choice with everything that happened. I guess doing them back to back, it got all the delays that inevitably caused some scheduling issues.
And also with vendors having supplies, everything just.
Oh, I can't. I mean, it's been very like to run a business during this time has been very trying on people.
So I'm just going to, all right. So this is a small little piece. I didn't let the pieces dry. You can let them, dry a little more. So, but it's not like fully flooded cookie, just very thinly icing. So now I'm going to push this aside, okay? And we're gonna start working on pumpkins.
Were you talking about Polar Express?
Yes, I have done Polar Express many years ago. It's a fun project. I was talking about it because it also comes together quickly. It has really small parts, and you can create like a 3D Polar Express. There are cutters that are really, really nice to use, and you can fill it with different candies for the kids. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the pumpkins. And what I mean by that, I also use my dough to shape some lovely balls and these shapes of dough. And I baked it, and you can see it held the shape really nicely. What you can do, you can roll the dough into a ball and then use your pinky and kind of shape it like that, and it gives you a nice shape for the squash, or what are they called?
Pumpkins?
No, but the other name.
Oh yes, a gourd.
Yes. Okay, so let's get to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate them with royal icing because I want them to be nice and colorful. So let's start.
I'm thinking you're a bit close. Can you just like back your camera just a little bit? Because once the pumpkin's on, I think that'll go better.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for the suggestion. All right. So this is a lovely tip that 98. I had to look because and see, I'm also using couplers. This way I can easily switch out and use a different tip with the same color. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put a little bit of buttercream on here. See, you can. This is royal icing, not buttercream. Okay, a little part.
Blaming? Are you blaming?
Yes, I'm blaming. Of course, I'm blaming. All right, and now I'm going to add a little more royal icing on there. So let's stick this guy on there. Okay.
So did you find that baking a sphere like that took longer?
Not really. You just have to watch it. I mean, it doesn't change the shape. The size stays the same. But I think you can use cookie dough as well, like a sugar cookie dough.
Oh.
sugar cookie dough, because we have done, and you have done also, molded sugar cookie dough, and it stays, pretty much the same. Maybe if it expands a little bit, but the idea is to get a filler. Otherwise, I would have to use royal icing for all these shapes,
Yes,
and this
yes.
shape would be quite difficult to
Achieve, yes.
to replicate. Yes, so it's just easier that way, I think. And they are.
It reminds me of when polymer artists make the aluminum base. So they shape an aluminum ball.
Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can use. What do you mean? Okay.
So people who do polymer clay sculpting, they make the base out of aluminum and then build around that with the polymer.
Around it. Oh, yes. Oh, I see what you mean now. Yes. So instead, yes. All right. So now I'm gonna be using. You see, it's slightly curved. I wish I had this tip. It has teeth.
Oh, yes.
But it actually creates a lovely texture on pumpkins. They also have these that are smooth. I have one that is smooth, but it's more for, I'll show you later, it's more for roses. So it's like it's shaped as a petal tip. So what you want to do, you want to first anchor your buttercream underneath the ball. Okay, so I'm going to start pressing and then anchor it, and then you pull it out. See? And I'm going to go all around, overlapping ever so. See, I didn't anchor it, so it's not sticking. Because I am using stiff royal icing. If I was to use icing that is too runny, then you won't be, first of all, it won't hold its shape, and icing is going to drip.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to hear that, Debbie. We hope that you can get your morale back up. I know things.
It's difficult. What helps me, I know this is going to sound like, it's probably like exercise. It does help me a lot. Any kind of any kind of movement.
Mm.
All right, see? So now the edges here are not as nice. So what you can do, you can wet your brush a little, or not even wet, like just have a damp brush. Oops, it's sliding. Oh, I didn't put too much icing on there. So you want to clean it up. Okay, if that's not working, you can use your scribe just to clean it up a little bit. And now we had a great debate about this because I did this tutorial a couple of days ago, and this was the first time when I was doing it. So now I did it a few times. And for the stem, I wanted to create more realistic stem. And so this is all I had, okay? I had pretzel sticks. And then few folks suggested that I use pocky sticks for the stem. But pocky stick, I mean, as much as I like that it's chocolate, you would just stick it in, but it doesn't create this look. I can create this look because it's too thick already with the chocolate coating. You see, it's just a bit thicker than my pretzel stick. These are so good. Do you like pocky sticks? I like them very much.
I'm looking at the pocky stick. I'm like, well, that would mean you're wasting a pocky stick. You need to eat them.
Yeah, they're harmful for me because I buy family pack. They have family pack, and I buy them and I eat them. Well, this dough that I used, I mean, if you use any dough, I think, without any kind of baking powder or baking soda, it will hold its shape. I wouldn't use yeast dough or anything like that, but I have a cookie dough. Oh, she's taking a bite. Nice. I have a cookie dough on my blog. It's a sugar cookie dough recipe. It's made for cutout cookies. It's a very popular recipe. So if you use that recipe and you don't add any baking powder, and then you just shape your dough in whatever shapes, it will hold the shape. Maybe it will change the shapes ever so slightly, but mostly it will just hold the shape. I mean, if you're going to pile it up and make a long tower, it's obviously not going to, gravity is going to do its thing. Like you see this one, I had it upright, but the gravity did what it does. So some of them will obviously be oddly shaped, but for the gourds, it's fine. Another dough that you can try is my mini Tart cookie dough recipe. It has powdered sugar, and the cookies have no spreading whatsoever because the powdered sugar. I also use powdered sugar and 3 egg yolks or 1 whole egg. You can find it on the blog. Anyway, so let's get started on these. I'm going to wrap my tip with a little piece of foil because I don't want it to be drying out as I'm showing it to you how to do it. So here is my, I'm using PME here, and I'm going to.
It won't change the flavor, Cynthia, but it'll make them a bit harder.
I'm going to secure my stem, see, like so. And now what I decided to do, for me, stem on a pumpkin is very, very important. So if you go to a pumpkin patch, they always told us not to pick the pumpkins by the stem when you are picking them when you're shopping. But I love the stem on the pumpkin. It has to have a nice stem. So I'm going to start the bottom here. So I'm basically going to go up. I'm turning my flower nail like this. What you can also do if you find that your stick, the pretzel stick is moving slightly, right? So what you can do, you can actually put the stick inside and then set them aside and let it kind of anchor a little bit. So once the icing dries.
Do you think you could bake the pretzel stick inside the cookie?
Oh, I don't see why not. I don't know about these, but I don't see why. I mean, it's $3.50.
I'm just thinking because then structurally it would become one thing.
No, the only thing is if you use the balls. I think the balls you can use the pretzel stick. But if you're using it for the squash shape, then I don't know if the stick wouldn't cause it to go down. You know what I mean? But I think for the balls, for this one, it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I guess you didn't know you needed this in your life, did you?
I mean, really.
What do you mean?
I just think about all the things that, I mean, I have a mountain of cookie cutters, a mountain of just a bunch of, somebody came into my stockpile. I don't know what they think. They think maybe I was a lunatic. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff. Got a lot of random weird things. So you say things that you didn't know you needed in your life, like, yes, when your whole life revolves around cookies, you have some unusual things in your collection and then unusual things going on in your mind.
And once these dry, they are pretty sturdy, I have to say.
So that's a number 2?
No, this is a 105 PME. I'm getting a little distracted. All right. 105 PME. Now, I decided to do 105 PME. I'll show you the ones. I also use number 2. It's a bit easier, I have to say, with number 2.
So, Han, have you ever watched, I think you've done it actually, where you put the pretzel inside the piping tip and you pipe as you pull away? You know what I'm talking about?
I've done it with some meringue.
So do you think you could do that with a large star, what you're doing there?
Oh, yes, but then people were complaining that it was too bulky. If the stick gets too bulky, that's why I switched to PME 105 because I used number 2 and I felt it was too bulky. But yes, I think you could stick the. I don't know how big it would be. I have no idea.
Because then it would allow you to do a taper and a swirl.
Yes, you could do that. Well, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I'm going to switch and I'm going to use yellow. And this is a different tip. This is the tip I was telling you about. This is more of a rose tip.
Yes, yes.
And this is also Cake Boss, but I assume 61. Okay. So this is possible with different tips. And you can see my icing is pretty stiff there. So now let's do...
Would you do pinata cookies?
Hmm?
Would you do pinata pumpkins?
Yes, you could do... What do you mean? I'm not following. If I could do pinata cookies. Why?
No, but I'm saying bigger versions of what you're doing.
Oh! I'm going to. I'm going to. That would be fun. Thanks for the idea. Whoever that is.
That's me.
Oh, was that you? Well, do you want to do pinata cookies? No, that would be, I think you could. What I was going to do, I have to say, I was going to damage one of my tips, the large round tip, because I wanted to get, I don't have it. I was going to flatten it, so it would be like this tip, right? This is an ideal tip, but this one has teeth, but I wanted to make it larger. So then it would be, the sections would be bigger, you know? But I mean, for the cookies that are this size, it works, because you need some, what's the word?
Volume, some icing space.
But I need oh, I can't think of the word now.
The Russian piping tips have, it's a big one though. It's a crescent shape that the icing comes out.
Oh yeah? So that would work for the pinata, I think, because the bigger the size of the cookie or what you're trying to, you know,
yeah,
you need a larger tip. Because if I was to do this, if I was to do pinata with this shape, I think it would look funny.
Mm-hmm.
This size, I mean. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you never know until you try, right?
Bye, Cynthia. See you Friday.
See ya. Oops, one more. And at this point, what you can also do, I love pumpkins also when they have, when they're spotty. You know what I mean?
When they have warts?
Yes. So what you can do, you can use some green. I'm just gonna pipe it here. What I've done also on the other cookies that I have, I splattered them. I mixed some paint, I made edible paint, and I splattered them with the paint to give them some specks of color.
Mm. Do you already know what you're doing on Friday?
On Friday, I think I'm gonna do Christmas.
Okay. Jingle bells.
I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. It's Tuesday. What do you want? The week just started. It's too early.
Hey, listen, I'm just asking. I'm just making conversation.
Too early. You're stressing me out.
My apologies.
No, sorry, guys. We love each other, so we are very good friends. We're just teasing each other. It's no serious business, right?
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I think I'm off.
No, you're not.
Really?
Our darling Amber is not here.
Oh. I forgot.
Sorry to break it to you.
I only have a mountain of cookies here. I could throw together something. I'll figure it out.
See, this is a quite long stem, so hopefully the gravity is not going to. Like I said, you can let it kind of sit for a little bit, and
yes.
it will make it more stable.
A little bit, yeah, structurally. So Terry, if we don't start Christmas when we start Christmas, then it doesn't give you guys a chance to order whatever we're doing or whatever we're kind of like, you know. So if there's a tutorial you want to replicate, that's why we start Christmas and we start Halloween and we start all that so early, to give you guys some wiggle room to get supplies.
Yes. But we don't worry, we will have enough fall things going on. I might do Thanksgiving.
Diana, that is an excellent idea. She just posted, I think it's fantastic idea.
Oh, that's a good idea. Where were you, Diana? That's a great idea.
And it would look so beautiful.
Like mine are not beautiful. Okay, thanks.
No, I'm saying easy. I'm saying it's just so easy.
I have to try that. I have to try that. I have plenty of clouds and it would smell nice too.
Yes. I wouldn't want to bite into it, but it'd be intense. Hello, June.
Hey, June.
Did you see June's purses?
I have seen June's purses. She's been, I don't know how many. I think she did 3 so far.
Turned out very nice.
Okay, so yes, guys, you can definitely use something else for the stem. But this is what I'm doing. And I'm using a 1.5 tip. Oops. Little guy doesn't want to spin.
On a Cinderella cake, you know?
Oh, this?
Well, you know, like the whole pumpkin thing.
Yes. PME really pipes so beautifully, doesn't it?
It does.
It's such a nice tip.
So if you're, yeah, that's it. If you're shopping for the PME tip, and you'll see they're a little pricier than Wilton, for example, but they're just, the fabrication of them is different, and you can just get a couple, and they're just nice to have. They just work very, very nicely.
What you can also do, oops, I didn't cover this. Hopefully it's not going to be crusted. What you can also do, you can use the same color and just make the, you know, because some of the pumpkins, they have barbs on them.
I'm shocked when I see the competition pumpkins, you know, like the big ones, you know, like the ones that are the size of a doghouse.
Oh, you mean, what do you mean? You mean the real pumpkins?
Yes, yes. You know, the competition ones.
What kind of competition is that?
The pumpkin growing.
The pumpkin growing. Well, across the street we had a pumpkin farm, so they were crazy, crazy proud. That's a word to say. Crazy proud. They were very into selling pumpkins, obviously, but the big ones, that was always a big deal, having the big pumpkin, because there are people who are shopping just for the large pumpkins, and it would be like $600.
And what do you do with it?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know.
You just use it for composting?
I don't know. I guess your ego grows.
Yeah. So Deb, the 1.5 is I think if you go smaller 1.5, you're prone to clogging and all that. I don't usually ever go smaller than 1.5.
I used to do 1, but now I don't. It's too much. But at 1.5, it's a really nice size, and it gives you enough paint so you don't, you know,
Yeah.
you don't go any lower. So now I'm using, this is 81.
So this is what you'd use like to do a chrysanthemum.
Yes. Exactly.
So just to give you a gauge, it's we're an hour 10 in.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Hands completely immersed in her pumpkin world.
Yes, I am. I miss the pumpkins. I'm almost. I'll do this one, and then we'll. Because I have to go blind shopping. I told you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they won't close the store, gosh.
Did you guys notice the red shining on Hannah's head? She gave herself a little pink.
Oh, yes. I just woke up like that. That's what happens.
Oh, the smallest Deb PME makes a micro leaf. I don't know the number, but it's so
idea. Oh, what's that? Oh, so we're just going to add. I'm going to just add it, and I'm going to leave it there to glue. Okay. So I'll set this aside. You can also, I mean, you can play with it and do whatever you'd like. I'm going to. Oops. I'm going to see about my.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know the number, Deb, of their small.
What I'll do, I'll just show you. I have one that is ready. So to attach the wheels, this is what I did. I elevated my cookie piece, and then I glued the wheels like that, and I left it sit for about 30 minutes. Okay. So that's how simple. You can now peel this off, and you'll see the bolt is going to be flat, and that's what I wanted. Okay. So, and here is the finished one. Here's the finished little wagon. And what you can do, I'm trying to wrap it up. Here is what I did. I used some lovely sprinkles.
Oh, yes.
Remember, you sent me these also. So these are the sprinkles I used. See how pretty? And I decorated the sides and the front with black line, and then I attached them on there. All right. So I've got some pumpkins here that I made earlier.
Oh, I have to comment on this. Well, thank you, Felicia.
Oh, thank you, Felicia. Yes, she does. She always looks gorgeous. So what you can do, I don't know if I'll have enough time, but this is what I did to make it a bit more.
Oh, that one's cute.
So I used my mushroom powder. I'm sorry, cappuccino. Okay, so I used it to kind of give it a bit more wear and tear, I guess. You know, so you can. Oops, this brush is so hard. So you want to kind of dust it a little bit, not a whole lot, just to give it a bit more color. Also the stem. Okay, or not, you don't have to. This is just optional.
Well, when you add, I find the dust, it kind of brings out the little bumps and the little
bumps. Yes, I know.
Makes it look like more what you're going for, right?
Yes. You can also use a little bit of green. I mean, just look at the pumpkins, picture pumpkins on the line, and you'll see different colors. Sometimes I see even hues of purple in there. So it's endless. It has endless possibilities. So this is dry, and I'm just going to peel it off. Can you see?
Super cute.
Now I'm going to quickly fill my. And I'm going to put this one in there. Oh no, we need orange. So I've got only one orange here. Oops, maybe this one.
Thanks for joining us, Nana.
So you can like play around with it. So I'll just use this one. So you can, you know, play around with it. Maybe use some flowers in there, but this is my take on pumpkin. Oops, wagon.
Very, very cute.
Okay. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up because I have to leave.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.
Bye, guys.